we will study the operations that can be made on algebraic terms. Just to revise, an algebraic term, it's a collection of number and variables operated by multiplication or division. Collection of algebraic terms, we call it as an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression, we classified them into monomial, binomial, trinomial and a polynomial. Monomial is something which has got only one term, binomial 2 terms, trinomial 3 terms and polynomial 4 terms. And then we classified terms into like term and unlike terms. Like terms are those terms which have got same variable, and unlike terms they have got different variables. Here the numerical coefficient does not matter. Alright. So based on this basics, we will study the operations that can be made on algebraic terms. The very first operation that we study is addition and subtraction. As mentioned earlier, addition and subtraction can only be done on like terms. Unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Only like terms can be added or subtracted. For example, let's take 3x plus 4x. So 3x and 4x both have got x as the variable and they are like terms. So how do we add this one? Please understand carefully, how do we add this one? So it is 3x plus 4x. In addition and subtraction, you just apply your rules of addition on the numerical coefficient and keep the algebraic variable as it is. For example, here 3 and 4, so 3 plus 4 is 7, and keep the algebraic expression as it is, algebraic variable as it is, which is 7x. The usual mistake that we tend to do, we write this one as 3x plus 4x, it becomes 7x square or something like that. That would be wrong. So here what we do, we keep the variable as it is and apply the rules of addition subtraction on the numerical coefficient. Let's take another example. Minus 3xy plus 7xy. Again we have xy and xy like terms. So we have numerical coefficient here is minus 3 and here it is plus 7. So what do we do here? Minus 3 plus 7, apply normal rules of addition. So different signs, so we subtract them. So subtraction, 7 minus 3 is 4 and we keep the bigger number sign which is plus. So plus 4 and the variable as it is, plus 4 xy. Let's take another example. So let's say minus 4a plus 5a minus 3a. So what would this be? So again we have a and a, so all of them are like terms, so we can simply add them. In order to add them, what we do, we add the numerical coefficients. So minus 4 plus 5, different signs, so we subtract them. So 5 minus 4 is 1 and bigger number is 5, so it will be plus 1. So plus 1 minus 3, different signs, so we subtract. So 3 minus 1 is 2 and the bigger number is 3, so it will be minus 2. So it will be finally minus 2 and the variable as it is minus 2. Let's take a little bit of complicated problem. Let's say 3a minus 4b plus 5a minus 7b. So now here if you see, there are two sets of like terms here. So one is 3a and 5a and another one is minus 4b minus 7b. So again the same thing, you apply same thing on two different sets of like terms. 3a plus 5a. 3a plus 5a can be written as plus 3 plus 5 is plus 8. So this will become 8a. Minus 4b minus 7b. So same signs, you add them. So 7 plus 4 is 11 and the bigger is 7, so it will become minus 11b. So it is 8a minus 11b. Now if you see 8a and 11b, they are unlike terms. So if they are unlike terms, you cannot add or subtract. So the final answer will be this much itself. So 8a minus 11b is the answer. Let's take one more example. Let's take for example minus 3pq plus 5qr minus 7pq minus 5qr minus 3pq. Again in this case we have two sets of like terms. Can you identify them? Which are those? Minus 3pq, minus 7pq and minus 3pq. This is one set of like terms, and plus 5qr and minus 5qr. This is another set of like terms. So let's add them. So minus 3pq minus 7 pq. Same signs, you add them, so it will be minus 10 pq. Minus 10 pq minus 3 pq. Again same signs, you add them and keep the bigger number sign. So it will be minus 13 pq. Now what would this be now? 5 qr plus 5 qr minus 5 qr. So it becomes 0 qr. So 0 qr can be written as plus 0 qr. Because it is 0, we can neglect that. So it becomes minus 13 pq. Or in other terms, you can even cancel one. If one is plus and other is minus, you can cancel these two terms. Only like terms can be cancelled. So plus 5 qr minus 5 qr gets cancelled, remains minus 13 pq. I hope you understand how to add and subtract. Let's see a few more examples of addition. Let's take this one. So first identify how many sets of like terms we have. So if you see, we have 3x square and 5x, they are unlike terms, although x is the variable, here x is the variable and here x square is the variable. So they are not like terms, they are unlike terms. So therefore 3x square and 6x square, this is one set of like terms, and then we have minus 5x and plus 6x, this is another set of like terms, and this minus 7, it does not have any variable, so this is third set of like term, or third term, that is another term that we have. So you add the like terms, so 3x square plus 6x square, so it becomes same terms, so it becomes 9x square. So I mean same sign, you add them, so it becomes 9x square. Minus 5x plus 6x, different signs, you subtract them and keep the bigger number sign, so 6x minus 5x will become plus 1x. And this minus 7, it does not have any other like terms along with it, so that minus 7 remains as it is. Now if you see, all these three are unlike terms, it cannot be added any further, so that is the final answer. So let's check this one. First identify which are the like terms you have. So 4p cube and minus 5p cube. So this is one set of like terms. Another set of like terms we have is minus 6 square and 6q square and plus 10q square. So let's see what is this. So 5p cube plus 4p cube minus 5p cube. Different signs, you subtract them. So which means it will be 1, and since bigger number is 5, so it becomes minus 1p cube. Now minus 6q square plus 10q square. Again different signs, you subtract them and keep the bigger number sign. So subtract, answer becomes 4, and bigger is plus, so it becomes plus 4q square. So let's see this one. Again classify like terms and unlike terms. 5p square, 6p square, this is one set of like terms. So minus 3 and minus 7, this is another set of like terms. So here 5p square plus 6q square, so they have same signs, you add them, so it becomes 11p square. Minus 3 minus 7, so it becomes minus 10. Same signs, you add them and keep the bigger number sign, so it becomes minus 10. So let's check this one. Again like terms, which are those? 3x square minus 3x square. Now you have to be a little observant here. The observation is that here it is plus 3x square minus 3x square, it becomes 0x square. So essentially you can cancel these thing out, you don't have to write 0x square. Minus 5p plus 6p, so minus 5p plus 6p, different signs, you subtract them and keep the bigger number sign. So 6 minus 5 is 1, so it becomes plus 1p. Let's check this one. Minus 2pq, 5p square q square minus 7pq. So again we have, this is one set of like terms, and this is one variable, one term which does not have any other term, so that remains as it is. So minus 2pq minus 7pq, this becomes same sign, you add them, so it becomes minus 9pq, because bigger number is 7, so it becomes minus 9pq, and it does not have any other term, you keep this one as it is. So it is plus 5 p square q square. I hope you understood how to add. Please do not make mistake in addition.